Chapter 2. A Meeting. The bay was very quiet, and there was no one else there. I changed into my swimsuit very quickly under the trees. Then I crossed the hot white sand. The blue-green water felt cool and silky, and I swam gently along near the shore. Then I turned and floated lazily on my back, with my eyes closed against the bright sun. Suddenly, I felt something cold swim past my leg. Afraid, I looked around wildly to see what it was. I saw something coming back towards me. "Sharks!" I screamed silently. I didn't wait, but swam madly towards the rocks. When I reached them, I managed to pull myself up and climb out of the water. Then I turned to look again. It wasn't a shark. It was a dolphin. He lay quietly in the water and looked at me with his bright eyes. I watched him in delight. I knew what he wanted. The dolphin was inviting me, Lucy Waring, to go into the water and play with him. But as I was about to go back into the water to join him, I heard a strange sound. Something flew past my ear and hit the water in front of the dolphin. It happened again. And suddenly, I realized what was happening. These were bullets. Someone was shooting at the dolphin. The shots were coming from the woods above the bay, and I shouted as loudly as I could, "Stop that shooting! Stop it at once!" I swam forward quickly into the sunlight. I hoped that my rough movement would frighten the dolphin and that he would swim away from the danger. It did frighten him. He went under the water and disappeared. I turned to look up at the cliffs. I could see the top of the Castello dei Fiori and its terrace. There was a man standing there watching me. It was not Sir Julian, because this man was too young and too dark. Perhaps it was his gardener. I was very angry. Quickly, I picked up my things and ran towards the steps which led up to the terrace. The man waved to me and pointed southwards. "That way, please," he shouted in English. I didn't listen. I was going to tell him what I thought, and I went up those steps fast. Suddenly, I came face to face with the man. He had come down to meet me and was waiting for me. "This is private ground," he said coldly. "Perhaps you'll be good enough to leave the way you came. This only takes you to the terrace and then through the house." I wasted no words. "Why were you shooting at that dolphin?" I asked. He looked surprised and puzzled. "What are you talking about?" he said. "Don't pretend that you don't know. I saw you." "I certainly saw a dolphin," he admitted, "but I didn't see you until you shouted and jumped out from the trees. But you must have made a mistake. I heard nothing. Anyway, why would anybody want to shoot a dolphin?" "I'm asking you," I said. For a moment, I thought I had said too much. He frowned angrily, and as we stared at each other in silence, I noticed him properly for the first time. I saw a strongly built man of about 30, carelessly dressed, with dark hair and eyes. His appearance suggested an aggressive character, I thought. But there was also something sensitive about the mouth. However, at the moment, the aggressiveness was much more noticeable. "Well," he said sharply, I'm afraid you'll have to take my word for it. I did not shoot at the dolphin. And now, please excuse me. Would you please go back the way I came? All right. I'm sorry. Perhaps I was wrong about you. But I wasn't wrong about the shooting. If it wasn't you, do you know who it was? No. Not the gardener? No. Or Mr. Manning? No. He's been taking photographs of the dolphin for weeks. He and the Greek boy, Spiro, tamed it. Oh, it wouldn't be him then. Well, we'll just have to try and stop the person who's doing it, won't we? He said quickly. We? Yes. I'm Lucy Waring, Phillida Fawley's sister. Are you staying with Sir Julian? I'm his son. So you're Miss Waring. I hadn't realised you were here already. He hesitated. Is Leo Fawley at home now? No, I said shortly, and turned to go. I'm sorry if I was a little rude, he apologised. We've had so many people here lately, and my father, he's been ill, and he came here to get better. He needs peace. And I'm a musician. I need quiet to work. Well, I said, I'm sorry if I've stopped you from working. I'll go now and let you get on with it. Goodbye, Mr. Gale. He left, and soon I heard voices and then music. I could be sure that I was already forgotten.